Hey guys, today's video I'm not really doing anything with the car. Kind of car related, kind of. So I had a couple of shipping containers delivered out to my house, and I'm elevating them because of the flooding problem I have out at my property. So I wanted to elevate it up 3 or 4 feet so I can park my cars up on the hill. I can have my containers for storage for the Cars and Cameras projects, and build a little roof over the top of these 2 containers so I can have covered, well, kind of a little garage. So this is kind of behind the scenes type stuff. This is what I've been doing on the side when I'm not working on cars, and you know, I only have 2 days a week to work on this stuff, so I don't think I'm gonna have time for car content today. So you're gonna just join me for some block work, blocking up these containers so I can finish having the dirt brought in. I'm gonna spread the dirt underneath the buildings, or the shipping containers, and I'm gonna, once I get the dirt underneath it, I'm gonna jack it up 1 more block to get it up just that much higher, and then I'll start spreading the dirt the rest of the way, and I'm gonna bring the dirt all the way up. Well, it's gonna be 1 more block up, so I'm gonna have the dirt about this high. So that is above my waist high. Should I even go higher? I don't think it's gotten that high out here. So I'm gonna just double check on my house there and see how much that has been raised up, and I just want to make sure nothing gets wet. So that's what we're working on today. So I'm going to set up the camera, and I'm going to kind of show you probably how not to do blocks, because I don't claim to be an expert on this, but you know, I kind of figured if it falls off the foundation, I'm going to have enough dirt brought in that it won't have far to fall, so it'll be fine, right? This is what I've got so far. I've got some forms done, some I don't know what footings for the blocks to sit on, and I've got 8 per 40-foot container, and it should be plenty. These little biting flies are getting on my nerves. Should be plenty to handle all the load I'm going to be putting in it. So let's get to mixing up some concrete, not concrete, some mortar, and start blocking this up. Alright, so I've got my block, I've got my mortar, I've got my Howard, and I got a helper today. We are going to be mixing up some mortar in my dad's old concrete mixer here. So I'm about to crank this thing up and get to mixing, and then we're gonna try. So you don't have much experience in.
I have a little bit. So my dad had what, but he wouldn't teach me.
So we have a couple of inexperienced people on this. So I don't know. I think I did okay on the corner over there on the containers. So it's still standing. So maybe I know a little something. So let's get to mixing the mortar and wet this down pretty good, because when I crank up this mixer, it's gonna start dusting up real good, and I don't want that. But you don't want to add too much, because then it'll get too runny. See how it's clumpy right now? That's keep adding some water until you get a really nice, I'm gonna say peanut butter like texture, because you want it to stick to the trowel. Again, I'm not an expert, so let the comments go. Let me know if I'm doing it right or wrong. Got a lot of dry bits in the back. Gonna try to get all that. I like to tilt this forward to try to little dry bits drop it in there. There we go. That's better. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Might be a tiny bit runny, but it'll probably start drying out pretty quick. I'm gonna get me a mix on the camera. I'm gonna get me some buckets here so I can be mobile with this mix. Let's see if I can make the bucket. Can you mind holding that? Okay.
It gets heavy fast.
Yeah, it's heavy. Well, you know, I need some driveway here anyways.
You'll have it.
Alright, yeah, this is definitely a little bit too wet. I'm gonna go ahead and get another one going, and I'm gonna use that as like a base. Hold your breath.
Yeah, they start filling up, they get heavy real fast.
Yeah.
Now we don't want to cement you in there now.
Yeah. Come on now. I saw plenty of you in there. Hey, that's good. Must be a good mix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just reach in, and now you probably should be wearing gloves for this, but I'm gonna just kind of constantly rinse my hands. Okay, so I am just going to estimate where this block is going to go. A great thing to do is to hang a string off the edge, and where it lays, that's where the edge is. I've got a string here. And it's good to hang something heavy off of it, like a bolt or something. I don't have one with me right now, but I got a rock. This is what I'm doing. And this is not going to be exact science for me. I don't need it to be perfect. Howard might.
As long as it looks good and works.
So on the first layer, I'm gonna try to get things pretty level, and the next layer won't have to be so perfect, but I mean, of course you want it all perfect. Boy, I sunk it down too much. There we go. There we go. First block looks good. Alright, on this next block, I'm gonna add a little bit, I'm gonna try a little trick that I hopefully have learned this morning. You put it on here and you shake it, and then you should be able, oh, look at that. Well, as long as you don't hold it too
fast,
long.
yeah.
And you kind of just wipe. And I know some experts are like, no! Hey, what do you know? It stayed. I almost feel like an expert all of a sudden.
You're looking like one.
Thanks, man. Guys, I'm just going to go ahead and say, don't do what I do. Alright, cool. And for the next one, I'm going to do, I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I feel like I need 2 spats right here, whatever you call it, and then like one on the right here. So I'm going to just do that, and I don't care if it's a little much.
You can always take the extra off.
Yeah. This is going to fall off, I feel like. I don't know how these guys make it look so easy, dude.
They do.
You know what? Oh, that one fell off. Wow, how did they make it look so easy? You know, it could be the texture. I don't have it right. There we go. I don't mind using excess. Now, if you're doing it for a business, you probably don't want excess. You know, because that's money. But I don't mind a little excess. Excess can't hurt. All right. Oh God. Just pick it up and put it right there. Did you see me bump the cinder block? That was awful, guys. Thing is I've got all this excess right here. I'm just gonna kind of mush it in there and just kind of hope that it goes.
I think it will.
That's a lot of excess. So I'm gonna use this excess basically wherever I feel like. Wow. All right, this might have dried up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
How do they do it? You reckon it's all right to kind of mix it in?
That's fine.
Misses it some, but
Looks like a contact point to me, but hold more.
so rough end down. I'm gonna try to see. I think that he was doing this to the block that was going up to the next one. Come back. A little bit of grass ain't gonna hurt nothing. Tough to do the little patting thing that I see the guys do. Pat the thing down. And I know it's a little high there. I'll just add a little bit more over here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright guys, so I'm going to just continue on with this and yeah, see if we can get all this blocked up. Oh wow, talk about a lot of hard work, but look, check it out. This is looking great. I I need to add a couple of pieces on this one, but this is great. I'm very happy with it. I couldn't have done it without my buddy Howard. Thank you, Howard. So this is coming along great. So the next thing I'm gonna do is get my tractor and I'm gonna start smoothing this sand out, and I'm gonna have some more sand brought in, because all of this is gonna be filled up underneath the containers, and I'm gonna fill in I'm gonna just make a huge mound right here, so if any water comes, it won't just like wash it away. And yeah, this is just great. This is looking great. I am exhausted. I just woke up. I was on the couch, passed out. I hurt. It's a lot of work. Okay, so it's coming along. This is going to be really nice to have a nice open space here with a roof all covered up, and I can put a lot of my projects up on the mound, not only on the center but on the edges too. There's going to be a lean-to coming off the roof, or coming off of the container there, and I'll be able to park stuff there. So yeah, coming along good. So I got to figure out what else to do next. Okay, so I made it back to the shop, and right here is my 65 Mustang Fastback. The car's in pretty good shape. Needs some interior work. Need to clean out my garage. But it's got a 289 V8. It's got a automatic transmission, probably a C4, most likely. And like I said, when I drop it down the road, it vibrates real bad. So I'm guessing that I've got a bad universal joint. So we're gonna jack this thing up, and we are going to check out the drive shaft. Let me grab a jack. Yeah, I got a flat tire too. Need to figure out what's going on with that. Sweet. Alright, so I've got the jack under it, and I've got two jack stands. Now, let's crawl underneath and see which joint is bad. It's just a guess. I'm thinking the front joint. I am now underneath the car. There's the front universal joint, and the rear right over there. Let us see if this one's got a lot of play. No, it doesn't. Got a pretty good leak though. So the front one seems to be okay. Wow, okay. So I don't know what's going on. All I know is I got a vibration, and the joint looks fine. What is that vibration? So another thing that it could be is a joint that's seizing up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just remove the drive shaft, and we're gonna check all the joints. So we got one half here. Gonna undo these U-bolts. I think this one's missing its rubber boot. I'm gonna say this joint is probably seized because no grease in it probably. You want to see another cool thing? These rims made in USA, and they say E-T 4-14 by 6 3/4. That's kind of cool. This thing does not look right. It is like off center. Y'all tell me if I'm seeing things. Does this not look off center to you? It sure does. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So check out this joint. I can't even move it. Yeah. Alright, so I need universal joints. Listen, oh God. Oh, that's bad. That is real bad. Alright, let me pull this drive shaft out and we'll get a real good look at it. Cool. Alright. Here we go. So this is what we got here. Oh wow. Yep. That one's gone. Can't move it. Let's check this end. Alright, this end feels nice. But I'm going to go ahead and get a universal joint for that too. So let's see if we can get a universal joint. Go for a ride. What's happening? I need a universal joint for a 1965 Ford Mustang. So, no go on the universal joint. So I'm gonna go somewhere else and see if I can find someone just fine. How are you doing?
Good. How can I help you? And what's that good city?
1965 Ford Mustang. So that is a strike 2. So I'm gonna try one more place, and if they don't have it, then I'm hosed for the day. Got the cap.
Thank you, sir.
After you, man.
Okay, my man.
Appreciate it.
Already got it.
All right. What's happening? 1965 Ford Mustang. Alright, it's a no-go again. So no one seems to have a universal joint for this thing. So I guess I'm kind of hosed. So I'm going to just take this opportunity to go home, take a shower, and I'm going to go to bed early because 5:30 comes early in the morning and I got to head to work. And a lot of y'all are like, what's work? Well, it's the other YouTube channel, Cars and Cameras. That's my other job. So I'm gonna do that, guys.
What you need, sir? You need a Chevrolet joint of 2 sizes.
That's a Ford.
Well, that'd be fine. If you want a Ford, you're
That's
driving a Chevrolet.
of course I'm driving a Chevrolet. It's the best vehicle on the road.
Okay, well, all we gotta do is mark it and go get you one. Yes, how many you want?
Just the one. I got a precision U-joint part number.
You what?
I got a precision
Oh, go ahead.
U-joint
Yeah,
part
I know
number.
You can't say it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't pull that
I
stupid
think
thing
it's a
out.
498.
Huh?
I think it's a 498. I took a picture. I think it's a
What's the part
498.
number?
I think it's a 498.
Oh, 498 is the number.
Yeah.
And that's precision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just one. I've got the AEC joint. It is old. It's probably as old as me, and it's been in this shop for years. And I gotta go attend a retirement party, and then after a retirement party we're going to be installing this joint and taking the Mustang for a ride. Alright, so we are back at the shop, and we have the old universal joint right there, and like I said, it is a bastard joint. And what that means is these two caps are smaller than these two caps, which make it a little unusual. So I had to order this universal joint, which is also a bastard joint. So this box is it's a very old box. This universal joint is very old. Bleeder screw comes separate. There it is. Got my little clips here. So we need to install the bleeder screw, the grease nipple. So I got a tool over here for that. You know what, on second hand, I'm not going to install this until after I install the universal joint. It might damage the grease nipple if I do it. So let's go ahead and just install this joint. It really looks to me to be correct, so fingers crossed on that, guys. So what I do is I like to clean before I even install it. I like to clean everything up, because a dirty drive shaft can cause the joint not to go in very easy, and it's kind of best if you just go ahead and just clean it up. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so you got to be very careful pulling this apart. Wow. You know what the seal is? That is cork. It's not even rubber, it's cork. So what I do, you got to pay attention which way the nipple is. I want the nipple facing forward so I can get to it. So you install the joint like this. Y'all are gonna love how simple this is. Okay, let's install I need the back. Yeah, here we go. Got these pieces. Now, since these are bastard joints, I'm wondering if there's going to be some differences in... Yes, there is. Two are bigger than the others. I need the smaller ones, and I need to install the smaller. Alright, that clip is in, so that one's good. Now I have to hammer on this sir. I done messed up. This thing is so old, the seal just messed up. Alright, cool. You know, I was gonna show y'all how to loosen up the joint. The joint is fine. I need to, guys. So, as soon as I put this grease fitting in, we're going to go ahead and install this joint, and then we're going to pump it full of grease because the grease in it is so old. I wouldn't trust this thing to go around the block. Alright, crawling underneath the car to install the drive shaft. Okay. Let's install the drive shaft. This in first. And oh yeah. There we go. Alright, drive shaft is installed. Let's get some air in the tires, back this thing out. So this Mustang is 65 Mustang Fastback. It's an A code car, so it's got the 289 4-barrel, but it's not the high output. The Fastback is like one of the most sought after cars from like 2 years ago, where we got the car running for the first time. Pretty good video. Oh wow. This drives so much better. So much better. I do believe it is fixed. So my plans with the car, I would love to put a new interior in this thing, new carpet, new seat covers, new seat cushions, headliner. I want the inside of the car to be really nice. I'll install air conditioning. I would like to put a better engine in it because this thing has 2 cracks in the block, and all I did was JB weld up the block in 2 places. Kind of funny. And all I want to do is polish up the outside and just kind of drive it as a Survivor. I've never really thought that I would own a Mustang like this because honestly I'm more like a Chevrolet guy, but it's gotten to where if it's cool, I want it. It doesn't matter one side, causing the drive shaft to go out of balance. Happy Father's Day, Dad.